Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video to my channel. I know it's been nearly 2 weeks since the last upload, I'm sorry about that. I've had to do extra shifts at work and stuff like that, so I do apologise. But I am back with this video and it's my predictions for Matchday 31 of the Premier League season. 31 for some teams but not all of them. But let's get straight into it with the Saturday fixtures. The early kick-off, we've got Liverpool versus Watford. Liverpool coming into this in fine form after getting through against Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup before the international break. They're coming into this one with one defeat in the last 6 matches, which was in the Champions League, which they did go through in. Watford are coming off a 2-1 away victory at Southampton, which will give them a little bit of confidence coming into this one. Liverpool are on a run for a quadruple this season. It'll be absolutely terrible if they get it from a United point of view as a United watcher. But I do see Liverpool winning this game, to be honest. I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory to Liverpool in this one. I don't see anything coming out of this for Watford, to be honest with you. So, yeah, let's go with a Liverpool win. We'll go into our first 3 o'clock games then. At the Amex Stadium, we've got Brighton versus Norwich. A crucial game down at the bottom of the table. Brighton sit 13th in the league, but could easily be dragged into that relegation fight. Norwich sit bottom. They probably are relegated, to be honest, Norwich. They're probably just trying to fight for as many points as possible. They are both winless in the last 6 games. They have both lost the last 6 matches. So this is going to either be a draw or a victory for one of the 2 teams, which is desperately needed. Brighton, this season, great starts the season under Graham Potter. But since the new year, they haven't really won many games. They're on a downward spiral. They're losing week in, week out. Players aren't happy. Where on the other hand, Norwich just not got enough quality in the team. I'd be really frustrated if I was a Norwich fan. Keep going up and down. Yeah, it's not great for Norwich, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory to Brighton in this one. I just think Brighton will have that little bit too much quality, and with them being at home as well, I just see Brighton winning this game. But Norwich could come out with a surprise victory and get a result from the Amex Stadium, but I do see Brighton winning this one and ending their horrid run of form. Okay, we'll go into the next one then. We've got Burnley versus Manchester City. Burnley are coming off 3 straight defeats without scoring a single goal. Their last game was a 2-0 away defeat at Brentford, which was a very important game down at the bottom of the table. City sit top at the moment by a point from Liverpool with 70 points, 29 games played. And Burnley sit second from bottom in 19th place, but have got 3 games in hand on teams like Leeds and Brentford above them. So they're not out of this yet, Burnley. Do I see them getting a result from this? No, I don't. I see Burnley frustrating Man City for the first 10-20 minutes, and then City opening the scoring, and then Burnley will have to go for it then. They've got Weghorst up front, good experienced striker. But I see once City open the scoring, I think the floodgates will open, and I am going to go with a 3-0 victory for Manchester City in this one. It'll be tight and compact. Sean Dyche does that at the start of matches to frustrate them, but I think the quality of Man City in the end will come through and will beat Burnley by 3-0. Okay, we'll go into our next one then. We've got a London derby, Chelsea versus Brentford. Chelsea sit currently 3rd in the table, a game in hand on the teams above them, but 10 points off Liverpool, so you could say they are going to finish comfortably in 3rd, but that might not be the case with the teams behind them as well. And Brentford sit 15th at the moment. They are in that relegation fight, but they got two massive wins before the international break against Norwich and Burnley, those two relegation teams down the bottom. They managed to get results against them, but they are coming off a 2-1 away defeat at Leicester City, whereas Chelsea have won 6 out of 6 in all competitions. They're in fine form. They've got fine quality up front. In Lukaku, Werner, Havertz is in form, Mount, Ziyech, Pulisic. They've got so much quality, Chelsea, up there in the attacking areas. And they're good defensively as well with Rudiger, Silva, Mendy in goal, Aspilicueta the captain. They're so good defensively, Chelsea, and they know how to defend, and they've got goal scorers up front as well. So in this game, I am going to go with a Chelsea win. I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory for Chelsea in this one. I just see Chelsea having too much quality up front. With the likes of the players that I named off. But I do see Brentford scoring because of Eriksen and his creativity. I do see him scoring in this game, Eriksen, to be honest. With the quality he's got, he shouldn't be at a team like Brentford. No disrespect to them, but he's there, he's come back. What a story that is. But yeah, I see a 3-1 victory for Chelsea in this one and nothing different. Okay, we'll go into another 3 o'clock game then at Ellen Road. We've got Leeds versus Southampton. Two teams in different areas of the table. We've got Southampton in higher mid-table in 11th place with 29 games played. They've got Leeds in 16th place, who are still very much in this relegation battle at the moment. Leeds. They have got a 7-point barrier between them and 18th place Watford, but they are still very much in this relegation battle. I'd say if they can get 7 more points, 10 more points, they will be safe. Leeds have got home advantage in this one. Leeds are coming off back-to-back wins against Norwich at home and Wolves away. What an impressive result that was, being 2-0 down against Wolves and coming back to win 3-2 in the second half. What a result that was. Whereas Southampton are on the back of 4 straight defeats in all competitions. Not looking great at the moment for Southampton, but I'm sure Ralph Hasenhüttl will get them back organised defensively and pick up a result here. So I am going to go with a 2-2 draw in this one, because I think Leeds defensively are shocking. Southampton going forward have got threats in Che Adams, Ward-Prowse, Armstrong as well. And Leeds have got their quality as well in Bamford, Rafinha, Ayling going forward. So yeah, I think it will be a good scoring game, but I think no victory in this one for any team. So I am going to go with a 2-2 draw. We'll go to our last 3 o'clock game then, which is Wolves versus Aston Villa, a Midlands derby at the Molineux Stadium. Both teams are coming into this one on the back of defeats before the international break. Wolves are coming in on a very disappointing result at home to Leeds. They were 2-0 up in this one, and then they got Raul Jimenez sent off, I think. And then they just capitulated in the second half, where Luke Ayling got the winner for Leeds in that game. And Villa are coming off a disappointing result, in my opinion, against Arsenal. Because I don't think Arsenal played very well in this game, and neither did Villa, to be honest, but Arsenal nicked the victory. It's hard to predict this one because Gerrard's a very good manager, got very good players there, in Coutinho, Watkins, and a lot of other good players as well. And Wolves have as well, so it's really hard to predict, and it is a Midlands derby, so it will be feisty. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw in this one as well, because I just don't see a winner. They're both very well organised teams with good managers, on a bit of a blip at the moment for both of them. So I do think they both will get a draw out of this and try and finish the season on a high. None of them are really going for European football unless you consider Wolves as an outside for the Conference League. But yeah, I see a 2-2 draw in this one. Nothing really much else to say on this one, to be honest. They're both in 8th and 9th place. Nothing really to fight for, unless you're Wolves going for the Conference League, as I said. Yeah, just get as many points on the board as you can, Wolves and Villa, and see where your season takes you. But I'm going with a 2-2 draw. Okay, we'll go into the next one then, the 5:30 kickoff live on Sky at Old Trafford. We've got Manchester United versus Leicester City. United are coming into this one on the back of a disappointing result in the Champions League at home to Atletico Madrid, but did beat Spurs before that in the league. Leicester are coming on the back of this with a 2-1 victory against Brentford. United currently sit 6th in the table, which puts their top 4 hopes in jeopardy because Arsenal have games in hand and are now 4 points above them. Leicester sit in 10th place with 3 games in hand on Wolves, so they could catch them for the race for the European places. I wouldn't rule out Leicester just yet for a Conference League place, but they are still in the Conference League, Leicester. They're having a mixed season. They've probably not had the season they would have hoped for, Leicester fans. Very frustrating. But I do see Leicester losing this game, to be honest. I see United winning it, but they could also lose it. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory for United. A Bruno Fernandes and a Ronaldo goal in this one. But it will be a very frustrating game for United. Leicester are organised at the back, even though they haven't had the best of seasons. They've got Wesley Fofana back as well in the defence. But yeah, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for United in this one, but anything can happen with United this season, as we well know. Okay, we'll go into our Sunday games then. We've got West Ham versus Everton. This is a massive game for both teams. West Ham are currently in 7th place, looking to get into the Europa League or even Champions League places. I think the Champions League for West Ham is out of their hands now. I don't think they'll get it. They're too far behind. They're 6 points off Arsenal. Arsenal have got 2 games in hand on them. I just don't see top 4 being possible. But Europa League, they're still in it themselves. They're in the quarterfinals. And they're on track to finish there as well if they have a good end to the season. Whereas Everton are perilously in 17th place. Have got a 3-point gap between them and Watford with 2 games in hand. But Everton have got to start putting points on the board for them to stay up, because just because the teams below them might be worse than them in quality doesn't mean they're not going to pick up results. In this one, I am going to go with a West Ham win. I'm going to go with a 2-1 West Ham win. I just see West Ham in better form, better confidence, better players, home crowd. I just see them winning this one, to be honest. Even though they are coming off a 3-1 away defeat at Tottenham, I just see them winning this, West Ham. 2-1 for me. Nothing much else to say on this game. We're going to in the 4:30 then. Spurs versus Newcastle. This is a tougher game now. If this was a couple of months ago, I would have said straightforward Spurs win. But it's very difficult to predict Newcastle because they're in quite good form. They are coming off 2 defeats against Chelsea and Everton. But they are in good form, Newcastle. They've rose themselves to 14th place in the table. I think they are safe. They haven't got enough points for making them safe, but the quality they've got in their team with Bruno Guimaraes, Chris Wood, Trippier as well, who is fortunately out and unfortunately out for the rest of the season. But Eddie Howe's got them playing some good football there. He's a good manager, Eddie Howe, and I really rate him. Spurs have got Conte, who are fighting for Champions League themselves against Arsenal and United. It's a hard one to predict because they are both good footballing teams. I am going to go with a 3-1 victory for Spurs because I think they'll just have too much quality in Son, Moura, Bergwijn, who's in form now, Kane as well up front, Kulevetsky, who's a new fan favourite there. But Newcastle will make it frustrating for Spurs, and I wouldn't be surprised if they got a draw out of it, which would be good from a United point of view. But I just see the quality of Spurs winning this by 3-1. And then we'll finally go into our Monday night game, which is a London derby. Palace versus Arsenal. Vieira versus Arsenal. Can Vieira and Palace do the teams like Spurs and United a favour by beating his old employers? They are both coming into this one with victories. Palace beat Everton 4-0 in the FA Cup. They're into the semi-finals. Credit to Crystal Palace and Vieira in that one. And coming off a 0-0 draw at home to City as well in the league. So they are in a bit of form at the moment, Palace. They haven't lost in the last 6 matches. So yeah, don't underestimate Palace in this one. Arsenal are coming off a 1-0 away win at Villa. They've only lost one of their last 6 matches as well, winning the other 5. This is so hard to predict. Palace in good form, Arsenal in good form. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. I do see Arsenal winning this game, but I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw just because I'm a United watcher and fan growing up and I want them to get 4th spot. But Palace could win this, Arsenal could win this. The quality of Arsenal might end up winning this game. But I am going to go with a 2-2 draw in this one just because I want the top 4 race to be a little bit more interesting. And I think Palace deserve to stay on this unbeaten run they're on because they've got good players, Palace. Vieira's got them playing good stuff and they are at home. So we'll see what happens, but I am going to go with a 2-2 draw in this one. So please let me know down below in the comments what your predictions are. And again, I will try and bring content whenever it's possible. Just busy with work and stuff. But please remember to like, subscribe and share the videos as well so we can grow this channel where we really want it to go. Thank you for all the support as well over the past few weeks with all the other videos. It's very well much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching and speak to you all soon.